Leftover salmon, a little studio leftover salmon, something you don't hear too often here on the show, but that's nice. Midnight Blues with Dell and Ronnie McCoury.
I think that might be their best studio album. They got so many special guests on that.
You got John Bell, Sam Bush, Jeff Coffin, a big old list. That was my favorite lineup last year. I don't think you were at that one, but at Wakarusa.
I was at everything that was at Wakarusa, Clint.
Were you at that show? I didn't see
Oh, yeah, buddy.
At Dell and Ronnie, that was my favorite set. It was such a wonderful...
Oh, I definitely saw the Del McCoury show. Mm-hmm. Absolutely, yes. When Keller Williams sat in and then Drew Emmett came out and sat in.
Yeah. But,
I got a song or two from that up on my YouTube channel. You might not be surprised to hear.
Nice. I've played some of that here on the show, but this is... Del mentioned when he sang Midnight Blues with Drew came on, that they had done this on this album.
He did mention that.
Yep, that was one of my favorites, I think, for the week. Before that, we heard a little String Cheese Incident, Jellyfish into Kashmir. That was from the 29th. And as you can tell, I'm not by myself anymore, thank goodness. We got some guests here, a guest. Say hi.
I'm D Gold from Honest Tunes Radio Show. Always happy to join the Soundboard on KABF. Thanks for having me down here.
And you are listening to the Soundboard, KBF 88.3 FM in Little Rock, the voice of the people.
You're seeing that the gas contains within it these pulsing sound waves moving.
We've been listening to a time-lapse version of those sound waves. We'll hear more about that in future programs. Pulse of the Planet is made possible by the National Science Foundation.
You're listening to the voice of the people, KABF 88.3 FM, Little Rock.
So we just heard a big old block of some solo John Bell. I really liked that. That was from January 8th of 2000. It was at the House of Blues in Orlando, Florida. Kind of old stuff. It's amazing to me when people can just sit there with the guitar and their vocals and sound that awesome just without any accompaniment. It's all it takes, just them and a guitar. And we slipped in a little old school Allman Brothers band. It was a little mix I made early in the history of this show here, probably around 2000 or so, when I got to enjoy and using the computer to copy and splice some audio files. But I've been doing some reading again. Wakarusa dates are out. Been looking at the lineup, really excited about it. Sort of. It's, again, you've heard me say I kind of liked last year's a little better. I tend to prefer more of the jam basic or jam grassy kind of stuff, and maybe a little less mainstream stuff. And last year they kind of got back to the roots, if you will. The year before it was a little more mainstream. This year also looks to be maybe a little bit more mainstream, but that's all right. I'm sure it's still going to be great. There's a lot of great bands, and I'm sure there's a lot of bands that I don't know that that I don't know about that I'll probably love. There are every year. But, of course, Widespread Panic, one of the headliners. And you heard JB already. Dispatch, Sound Tribe Sector 9, the Black Crows. Now, I saw Snoop Lion on the lineup, and I wondered exactly who Snoop Lion was, so I did a little reading there on their website. It's Snoop Dogg, which I was surprised about. Speaking of mainstream, that sounds pretty mainstream. But apparently in his current incarnation, he's getting away from some of the gangster rap kind of stuff and doing more reggae. So now he bills himself as Snoop Lion. It's not Snoop Dogg, but just kind of wouldn't have been the fit that I would have thought for Waka, but I'm sure it's going to be pretty cool. I'll try and keep an open mind. But Sunvolt is a band that I've heard of, but I don't know that I've ever actually listened to. And reading about them, they're kind of was formed in '94, broke up. It's a different lineup currently than they had then, but it was a kind of a offshoot of the band Uncle Tupelo. Now that band I remembered hearing about back in the day. So let's try this out. Kind of an alternative country, and they will be at Waka this year. I wasn't able to find a lot available to download from them, but this is a set they played at Lollapalooza in 2007. So we'll let this track a little bit, kind of get a feel for Sunvolt, and then we'll figure out what else we want to listen to. Again, as we move forward between now and May 30th, you're going to hear a lot of the different artists that'll be at Waka. We'll try and sample at least one every show that we're on the air here.
Hello, good people of Chicago, how are you?
Take back old change, double engine Dom express train, always dreaming it's a search not to find, lot of the subs on the street machine, a struck internal combustion burning clean, always dreaming it's a search not to find, doors open, change your mind. Century, all mixed up in modern coffee. Always dreaming it's a search not to find. What the sound, what the video. So tear kind of info wherever you go. Always dreaming it's a search not to find. Doors open, change your mind. They can listen in, they can nose around. They can listen in, but they can never take us down. Leave it to the last beat, leave it now. Changing the air and king bites of sound. Always dreaming, it's a search not to find. Doors open, change your mind. They can listen in, they can nose around. They can listen in, but they can never take us down. Profit is war. We're darkness facing 1,000 bloodshot eyes. Well, now when we get there, we'll find mercy. We'll know when we get there, we'll find mercy. We'll know when we get there, we'll find mercy. This is called Highways and Cigarettes. Got caught up in a breakaway dream. Destination, city of New Orleans. Cheap motels and big rig swells, crossing bridges for eternity. Headed west for a 2-week stand. Saw the poets of workaday glasses. Las Cruces is a part of you now. Desert birds sing songs of laughter. Still out there with the coffee stains and putting miles on shoes. Can't escape the smell of cigarettes. Still living out these American late night blues. Mexicali radio station. Keep an eye out for the border patrol, checking the drugs and so-called aliens. Our ways and dreams forever together in the minds of the free and the innocent. Always a future in the traveler's hands, starting fires on the river of madness. Still out there, coffee stains and putting miles long shoes. Can't escape the smell of cigarettes. Still living out these American late night blues. sends away, loves to see the Rangers play. His daddy has a job in Washington, wants to raise a Harvard son. Junior likes to let his head down. Only trouble is word gets around. Revolution will be televised across living rooms and creative life. While the barren ghettos for us now, everybody needs a hunting ground. Jet pilot found a way, got a passing grade, made it to the world stage. A hemisphere away, death is on display, the sins that never wash away. Junior likes to let his head down. Only trouble is word gets around. Revolution will be televised across living rooms of the great divide. While the barren ghettos for us now, everybody needs a hunting ground. Junior likes to let his hair down. Only trouble is word gets around.
Thank you.
Caught between two worlds, don't wanna be fenced in. Caught between two worlds, don't wanna be fenced in. Scattered along the way, must be some misunderstanding. Handwritten on the skyline, room for ideals ascending. It's alright, I know that it's alright. It's alright, I know that it's alright. I've got a blue candle. I've got a blue candle. I've got a blue candle. I've got a blue look on me. Taste a different pattern of life. Frequency. It's alright, I know that it's alright. It's alright, I know that it's alright. 'Cause I've got voodoo channel. I've got voodoo channel. I've got voodoo channel. I've got voodoo channel. Caught between two worlds, don't wanna be fenced in. Caught between two worlds, don't wanna be fenced in. 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 Don't wanna be fenced in.
Thanks so much.
All right, you are listening to the Soundboard here, KBF 88.3 FM in Little Rock. That was Sunvolt. They will be here in Arkansas at Wakarusa, one of the many, many bands that'll be at Wakarusa this year, May 30th through June 2nd. So definitely check that out. Tickets are on sale. They've now offered some 2-day, 3-day passes. If you're not going to be able to make the whole thing, you can save a little bit of money by not buying the entire festival ticket. You can just get the days you're going to be there, which is pretty handy. All right, let's see. What do we hear from those folks? The Search, The Picture, Highways and Cigarettes, Jet Pilot, and Voodoo Candle. That was from Lollapalooza 2007. So check them out. We're going to listen now to some North Mississippi All-Stars. Before we do, let's just hit some dates here. You know, I was looking over lineups for the festivals. This is the festival season. It gets exciting. You start looking at all the different festivals and who's going to be there. And, of course, Waka is my favorite, being so close to home, but this Electric Forest really looks nice. This is in Rothbury, which has now been a site of festivals for the last several years. It's sort of become the String Cheese Festival. They play all 3 nights, and gosh, I love me some string cheese. I bet that'd be some fantastic shows, but this is later. Should you want to mosey on up a little bit to the north, maybe a little bit cooler weather up towards Electric Forest, Rothbury, Michigan, check out electricfestival.com and look at their lineup. They got String Cheese for 3 shows. Pretty Lights, Passion Pit, Empire of the Sun. Actually, quite a few bands here again that I'm not that familiar with, which is always a good thing. Dispatch, though, will be playing up there as well, so they're making the festival circuit. After they leave us, they'll head up there here later in that month. Railroad Earth, which is one of my favorites, that was one of my disappointments. I don't see Railroad Earth on the lineup for Waka this year. Always one of my favorites, but that's all right. And we'll make do. Yonder Mountain String Band will be there, so there's going to be a little bit of jam grassy kind of stuff there.